Motormouth Jenkins here, welcoming you to our brand new YouTube channel. Hope that you'll come back and see every segment each and every week, and I will share preventative maintenance tips and regularly scheduled maintenance tips for your car. So whether you know a little bit about your car or absolutely nothing, this is the channel just for you, where I share over 35 years of experience as a qualified and licensed service technician with truck and coach, light truck and passenger vehicles. Come back and visit us and tell your friends, and we'll see you each and every week right here in the Car Connection Workshop on YouTube. Hey, welcome back, Car Connection fans. Just before I pull these coilover plugs out, you always want to make sure that if there's any crud sitting around the coilover, you don't want any of that getting down into the engine, because when we pull these coils out, they sit on top of your spark plugs, and you're going to see that in a minute. And then I'm going to go in there and pull the spark plugs out, and I got all this crud sitting in here. I do not want any of that material getting down into the cylinders, into the cylindrays. So I'm going to blow that off. We have the capability of doing just about anything here at the Car Connection Workshop. We haven't launched the space shuttle from here lately. The last one was a little rough, so we're working on it. Our own. Here we go. All right, now do you have any ears left? One more time. That was just for you because you asked nicely. Okay, so we'll just hook that right on there, so we can Skippy can trip over the hose, do a half gainer with a single twist, and land in the formation of one of the hardest yoga moves known to mankind, the swan. Skippy is amazing. I'm going to wait to see that one. Okay, so we're going to pull a plug now. Coilover plug, here you go. What do you think that looks like? You know, now that I really look at it, it looks and reminds me of milking cows on the farm. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, if you had like 4 or 6 of those babies, I'm thinking you got some really good hearty milk coming that needs some chocolate milk sauce. Okay, so now what's going on here? So I just set them up in order. Don't mix them up. Check the bottoms for cracks. These are boots, see? Hi, my name is Sparky, and you're my best friend. Okay, enough of that. You want to check 2 things. Any markings that looks like the spark, because this is the coil. This is what brings the spark to the spark plug. This is why they call it coil over plug, because the coils are over the plugs. The plugs are down below. So you check these boots, make sure there's no cracks, make sure there's no hot spots on the coil itself. So this whole thing is big buckaroonies. So you want to be very kind to your coilover plugs. Do not get abusive, and you want to check this seal. If any of these seals are worn, they gotta go. Don't don't be putting them back in. So if this is cracked, or this seal is not capable of sealing again because it's ripped or torn, you gotta replace them. Do not. And the reason behind it is this seal is sealing off the coil in the cylinder down here. So your spark plug is way down there in Africa. Yeah, in fact, if I look, I think I can see some Australians in there. Hey, mate. You got a Vegemite sandwich? You know, like the song? No? I think he said get lost. Can you believe that? He's down under. All right, last coil on this side. Check the same thing. I already checked the other one, so we're good. Again, check the boots. They're your best friend. Check the seal at the top. It's good. Surprising how much goober gets in there. I mean, it's covered by the air cleaner and everything else under the sun. So again, check, make sure these aren't cracked or dried out. If they're not smooshy, or if they're over smooshy, then you got to replace those components. And I don't know how much the coilovers are for this truck. I don't think I want to know. These are the originals, and we have 328,000 kilometers on this one. All right, so let's pull a spark plug out. Trade you places there, Sparky. I'll be right back in just a moment. So we're gonna need this guy and this guy right here, and we'll bring a couple of spark plugs over, plus one. As I mentioned, I already looked up the spec, and I have pre-gapped them. No, I want you to know right now, and I'm going to say this one time, spark plugs do not come in the box pre-gapped for your car. Period. That's it. This is what I call false advertising. I hear it all the time. Oh, they come pre-gapped. For what? Well, for my truck. Really? Do you think those spark plugs know they're going in your truck? What if the truck that was carrying the spark plugs, a case of spark plugs fell on the floor in the warehouse? Are they still gapped? Do not assume right out of the box they're gapped. They are not gapped. That's a load of baloney. It's okay. They're gonna come out. And I'm gonna say, do not listen to the people that are telling you you can leave your spark plugs in for like the rest of your life until you go into a senior's home. Yeah, and you're not driving anymore. It's not true either. Plugs need to be changed on a regular basis. The problem with today's vehicles is, and this is the big problem, the computer can change air fuel delivery. It can change and make adjustments to how the motor's running on the fly until it can't. And then when it can't, that's generally when all that time that you thought you were driving for free, maintenance free, all of a sudden now you got a $3,000 bill, $2,300 bill. Because why? Because you listened to the idiot that told you that you don't have to do maintenance. That kind of crud's got to stop. Because I'll tell you what, I'd love to have that salesman right here on a Ford pickup that's in here tighter than a shoehorn you can imagine, getting the motor in there. This is easy. This is easy. On a lot of vehicles, you're not getting at them like this. That's one of the other reasons I like this truck, is it's basic. The electronics are basic. The vehicle is basic. I can get to stuff. So you got to fetch this thing out of there, and then you got to put one back in. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We'll say surprise. 3, 2, 1. Surprise! And were they ready to change? Oh yeah. That's not 44 gap there. How do I know that? Well, I'm going to show you. So I purposely left these in here for 100,000 K, and it'll be the last time I do that, because that's why I believe I've thrown a P0430. That plug is not burning clean, which means it's having a hard time starting. It's turning over a little more than it should and a little more than it has. And I stepped up, I bought the rhodium ones. I bought the blue rodeo ones, Skippy. Let's have a look. Okay, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the gap from this point of the iridium plug and from the electrode to the negative. So the electrode's positive. This is the negative. So that's why the electrons jump from the tip to the ground. So you can see, plain and simple. Here, let's do a really good test. Piece of cardboard is about 10, now what does it work out to? About 10 thousandths of an inch. So that's 44. I gapped them again myself. They're 44. Look at the gap among beyond that cardboard. Let's see if we can pull that up. Look at the white, the distance between the white and the negative electrode. Can you get that in there? Look at the gap in there. That's almost 44 thousandths on its own. So with this being, say, 8 to 10, we'll call it 10, that's 50 thousandths of a gap. So look at how much difference on this one. Not much. Not much at all. So yeah, these are ready to come out of there. So I did this as a test, 100,000, and we're pulling them out. So, and these ones were Denso. I put these in before they designed shoes, I think. So anyways, let's get a plug back in there. I don't like to leave the hole open. Not a good idea, so I need that bottle over there, Skippy. See that big gray bottle? Can I have some of that? The sauce? Yeah. Are you still looking at me there? Oh, that is lousy. You got some on you. I call it traveling grease. Yeah, it's like spaghetti sauce. When you think you've just eaten spaghetti and meatballs and you go, hey, look, I didn't get any on me. Oh, yes, you did. Have a really good look. Just happened to me last night. I actually stepped on some with my shoe. Yeah, anyways, that was a conversation. It was an unpleasantry. I'm lucky I'm still here today. All right, that's what I do. Now, somebody might be saying, oh, you never put anti-seize on spark plugs. Okay. That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay, you never. And see how this tool works? You hold this and you can kink this any way you want. Like I can be out here and going, la la la, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can be acting the fool, spying on everybody. They don't know you're spying. You're just, what are you doing over there? Oh, nothing. I'm just working on something here. That's a really cool tool. It was a gift from NGK many years ago. Many years ago, they gave those out to us fellas. Yeah, that's a great tool. The thing's been amazing. So now we're going to torque these to 28 foot-pounds. You say, well, you're not using a torque wrench. Well, you know what? I'm not an apprentice either. And I know, basically, I have built-in torque rod in my right arm. And it knows. It absolutely knows. Okay, we're getting to the end, and then I know how much is 28 foot-pounds. Listen for the click. Click! Click! And click! There you go. Built by Snap-Off. All right, you know what we're doing next? The next one. All right, down the hole we go. Here, ho, ha, bear down. There it goes. Oh, man, if I knew they would come out that easy, I would have left them in for 300,000. Yeah. Whoo! Oh, it's not as bad as constipation, but it's got to be along the same line there somewhere. I think at 300,000, you better bear down on a stick. to get those babies out. I'm just saying. I'm making fun of it, but I'll tell you, if this breaks off here, right where my thumb is, you got a bad grilled cheese sandwich month. Because then the engine's got to come apart. There's no way we can fix that. There's no way we can get it out. And like I said, on this configuration here, you couldn't ask it to be any easier. Just wait till you're doing the other side. Oh yeah, saved a nice one for you. You're loving me right now, but you won't when you're over there on that side. It's a little tougher over there. So in we go. We got to fetch it. Just turn that out. Still a little tight, might be. Maybe not. It's working on it. I think it's coming out. I think I see it sticking out of the bottom. And there it is. Let's have a look at this one. Pretty much the same. It's about 50,000. And these are just your basic Toyota plug, right from Toyota. I got them right from Toyota dealer itself. But these have been in there 100,000, and they're a good 10,000. We'll measure one when we get back in the shop and just see how close I am. I bet they're closer to almost 60,000. Okay, so that means we need another spark plug. Twins. It's a boy. It's a girl. It's a plane. I think it's Robin. As far as I'm concerned, I think he did lay an egg. I'm just saying. I got inside information on that. Yeah. And Batman does smell bad. Yeah. You might want to help him out. Christmas time. Send him a care package. Can you deal with that smell? Man, I'll tell you, when I had the shop, we had some cars come in. We had this one car that used to come in. My guys would go running the other way. Niall, it's your turn. I go, I brought it in last time. I said, I'm checking the chart here, and it says you work for me, and you're bringing it in. Yeah, we had one that was, man, it was nasty. What was that smell? Even my shop owner next door, he did gas tanks. And I said, Leo, you bring that car in, change the gas tank for us. And the next thing I knew, he came over, he goes, I'm not driving it out of my shop. You send one of your guys over. That's just, he was a slob. I mean, his shop was a mess. He goes, that's just wrong. That's nasty. Yeah, so that happens. Those are some of the funny stories from the shop. That one car, oh my gosh. It was nasty. All right, we're going to torque this down again. How much? 28 foot-pounds. That's enough. It's not holding the engine in. It's not holding the wheels on. It's a spark plug, for Pete's sake. Yeah. So, one more to go on this side, then we'll put the coils back in. I'll show you how to do that. And then I'll grab my favorite, most comfortablest lawn chair, and I'll watch you do the other side, just for giggles. Here. Okay, here we go. Get ready for the click. 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 There we go. To check the adjustment on that for sure, for certainly. All right, you know what time it is? It's time to do the last one on this side. All right, let's reach for the top. You remember that program? Never watched it. This one's tight. Okay, I'm going to come to the front and do a left-hand pull. It's important. That's the arm with the Wheaties. Eat your Wheaties. Check the tailpipe. I think it's sticking out. Another pull. Oh. Just shake that off. Okay. Let's Let's go for it. All right. Whew. Man, that was close. That was a close one. I swear it was sticking out of the tailpipe. Did you see it back there? Did you check to see if it was turning? Is the muffler turning around? All right. Okay, looking good here. So, all right, switch your spots. Do-si-do. Give 5. Slap your neighbor on the head. Give him a pinch. Move on. Okay. Just about there on this side. And the other side, well, we might have to think about it. All right. Let me wrap this side up and then we'll take a break while I think about the other side. And we'll select one of the viewers to change it. Change them out. Come on. Who's going to be that person? Just take your time on this stuff. Don't rush it. Don't go crazy. If you've never torqued spark plugs before, then I highly recommend you use a torque wrench. Highly recommend you use the torque wrench. This one's burning pretty good. It's kind of a grayish color, but I can see darkness on one side of the ceramic where my fingertip is, and then on the other side it's gray. So definitely probably should have been out of here about 50,000 kilometers ago, to be honest with you. 50, 60,000. And these are just the basic ones. And you know what? You can go online. You can go on the Jungle website, and you can find another spark plug, one above that, and they call it the Super Performer, whatever. It makes you coffee and espresso in the morning. It makes your toast buttered just correctly for you for more money. I stepped it up to the rhodium. Then you can get the iridium, and then you can get the iridium with the FM and AM signal all built in for your radio. But I opted out of that, so you don't need to do that. You can use those. Were in for 100. Like I said, they're not running the greatest. So this is going to make a huge change to how it starts. Because I'll tell you, this truck has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. I wouldn't change it out for anything. It's simple to work on. Everything is, the electronics, as I've mentioned, are simple. You can get to stuff. There are some things I've had to do on it that are a little bit awkward, but you know, it's not like anything else out there. There's some stuff out there. I don't want it in my driveway. No thank you. No thank you. So into the hole we go. Then we'll put the coilovers on, and then it'll be time to do the other side. That's right. Okay. Let's get ready to torque. We'll just spin that down a little bit more by hand. Remove some of the travel. My arms are getting tired. Got a little bit of sunburn yesterday, see that? You know what caused that? Welding with short sleeves on. Yeah, and I got some on this arm too, but I never even thought about that. I just wanted to get the job done. I thought it was going to be a small job. You know, you ever get into one of those? Well, this should be a handy dandy, no time at all thing. And then the whole day's gone, and you're going, man, that was hell in a handbasket right there. Yeah, I got into that on a mower deck, John Deere mower deck yesterday. But it's welded up. It'll last probably another 100 years. There we go. Get ready for the click. Listen. Click. And just to double check. Click. Okay. One and done. Alrighty, we're going to do coilover plug now. So, coil number 1, we're going to take this, my favorite product. They don't sponsor us. What's wrong with that? Yeah, just put a little blob in there. That's why, I'm going to tell you right now, that's why I knew I would get the coilovers off, because I put that in there. Now make sure you install it the correct location. Make sure you feel it seat. Give it a push. Push, pull, and a grunt. There you go. Then we're going to put some sauce on there. We're going to stick with the silver slime. Tell you, this stuff is traveling grease. You can, I'll say it again, you can say, it didn't get me. Oh yes it did. Just keep looking. You'll see it. Okay, I'll get them all in here. I'll torque them down. I'll torque them off too. Take that. There's mud in your eye. Did that torque you off? It could have. Okay, another blob in there. This prevents electrical leakage. Yeah. Not to be confused with any other kind of leakage. It's electrical leakage. I'm just saying. Okay, that's all you need. And when it goes in there and twizzles, you'll have it coated. So get your anti-seize. Don't skip these steps. Because if you're the dude that's going to, or dudette that's going to be taking them out next time, you certainly want to be able to get them out. Otherwise, this job gets worse. So again, what are we checking when we pull these out? The little happy boot, that they don't crack when you squeeze them, and that the sealing ring is in top drawer condition. If it's cracked or dried out, you gotta get some new ones. Don't put them back in. Just don't. Don't do it. Just remember, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. I heard that somewhere before. Put some sauce on that. Get that back in there. And then when you torque these down, I'll show you how to do it. And just watch my hand movement. That's what I want you to look at. Did you get it? Yeah, it was code. It's code for don't over tighten. Yeah. Again, I do not use this ratchet, this size, to take care of that little teeny weeny bolt. The reason being is you need to learn how to feel this. You got to be one with the ratchet. Hi, Ratchet. It's Nilo. Yeah, you got to be one with your tools. Don't be a tool. Be one. Watch how I tighten this. See how I'm holding it? Get on there. That's it. Again. It's down, it's snug. I just get a grip on it. That's it. Again. Notice I'm not getting the big bruiser out, and I'm not two-handing this thing. I just need to snug it down. It's touching. That's it. That's all you need. Now what do we do next? We take a little electric grease, put a little blob on there, and push and smear it in. Smear. Yeah, smear it in like putting mustard on a really nice shirt. Or a nice clean tablecloth. Wasn't me. Liar. Okay. And make sure when the plug goes on, you hear the click. If you don't hear the click, it's not anchored. And what the problem can be there is a misfire afterwards. So, take your time, cover your bases. Listen for the click. Okay, that's it. Is it coffee time? Is it time for a snack? All right, we're gonna cut out from here. And because you're afraid of coilover plug, I guess I'll do the other side. Just because I love you. So till next time, keep it under 100. Like, share, follow, and click the bell, the notification bell, so that you don't miss a single edition of Car Connection or segment. And follow us and like us on Facebook. both you can find me under Niall Motormouth Jenkins. So till next time, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.